Hello, my good friends. It's Peggy Lou. Welcome back to Crazy for Retro. If you're new to our channel, thank you so much for stopping by today. My husband Norm and I are very crazy for retro decor, and we love thrifting it as much as possible. We go to way more thrift stores than we do antique shops, and I'm pretty frugal. So what I did was spend the last couple of weeks, believe it or not, I was very late looking for some 4th of July blue because I really had not collected that before. I've had some turquoise and a medium blue Pyrex that has been gifted to me from my brother. So I have used that in the winter months with red, but I've never really collected the beautiful blue of our flag. So let's look around and I'll show you some of the very fun glassware that I found for anywhere from 50 cents a piece to $2.50 for those great big glass goblets in the middle over there. They were a little more, but I had a coupon. I had many coupons, so I was really finding some fun things. So I hope you enjoy the tour today. I will include our dining room too. So this could get long, as usual. Thank you for all your help watching our videos, liking our videos with a thumbs up, and we love your comments. You are all so very, very nice and sweet comments that you leave us. We really have fun hearing about your collections and what you like in videos. Thank you so much for them. They are very appreciated and they help our channel grow. I have shown a lot of my Pyrex bowls down here in previous videos, but the blue one is a very beautiful blue that I did happen to purchase, probably 4 years ago or more. And I haven't really used it a lot, but I sure like it. It's a really beautiful one, and I have seen some little ones that go with it now and then, but I guess I just didn't happen to want to spend the money at the time. It wasn't real important. I guess I do like some of the bigger size bowls. I have lots of smaller bowls that go in sets, and the same with this pretty turquoise one down here is one of my favorite ones. It's kind of a teal blue. But the red one inside of that, the plain red one there, and the plain red one down here are recent gifts from my brother. So I was happy to get them. They do have more scratches on them than what I would normally have purchased if I was looking for a plain red bowl, but I am grateful to have them. They still show very nice. I was so happy to find at the Goodwill close to our home for 99 cents each, and I had a 20% off coupon from donating. I don't know when a lot of these Stars and Stripes glassware was made. I typically think of them being more from the 70s when we were celebrating the country's bicentennial, 1976. I was very happy to find them. I don't know if they are considered these really tall cocktail glasses or if they're for iced tea. I just am not sure. My brother just gave me that goblet. It matches, it's the same shape as these down here that I found a couple weeks ago. Thrilled to find those. I found this adorable little blue grape patterned bottle. So cute. I don't remember what it was. It was probably 75 cents, but really fun to find that. And this bottle, it was surprising to find that. It just has a simple white cap on it, but I looked it up, and of course it is the Statue of Liberty, but I think syrup came in it. And I don't know how old it is either, if they're still making something like that or not. I saw a lot of different ones that were maybe slightly different in size. I had this one, probably 5 years ago or more. I was really happy to find that for probably 50 cents in a little thrift store way out in the country in Wisconsin. And it is a 25th anniversary on the backside of a particular battalion, and it does say St. Paul, Minnesota. So I really don't know anything about that, but I still was very happy to have it. I just purchased this last week. It was marked $3. It's in just beautiful, shiny mint condition. Norm thought I was overdoing it at $3 because I had already other things put up at the counter in a small antique shop in, I believe it was Cumberland, Wisconsin. We went on quite a little trip there a couple days ago. But on the receipt, it shows $1 because everything else was accounted for on the receipt. But there was no $3 items, so there was two $1 items, and that was not the other $1 item that I know I got. That was a little Avon perfume bottle. This little basket I think could be made by Westmoreland. I just thought it would be fun to put it on the shelving because it makes me think of picnics this time of year. Awful lot of 4th of July picnics, I bet, going on. These were at Family Pathways. There was only 5. I saw them on the shelf and I thought, oh, those are really pretty. But I was certain that they were plastic. I almost didn't pick one up just because I thought, well, I'm not going to be getting plastic, so I wouldn't want those. But something made me pick one up, and I was shocked that it was glass. I went out to the car after already purchasing other items at that Family Pathways, and I had a coupon. It was a senior day, so you get 25% off. But I didn't look them up until I got home, and I was quite surprised because people were saying it was 70s. And again, I just don't recall if they said these were Libby or not, but they were a little pricey online. So I thought, wow, see, they were marked $2.50 each, so that's why I hesitated, because I knew that was going to really add up. But Norm said, go back and get them. I took a picture, of course, to show him when I got out in the car. And he said, well, go back and get them. You'll enjoy having them. So that was very sweet of him. I've had these little custard cups with a basket weave design on them for quite a few years when I first started loving mail glass, and I do have the bowl that goes with it. So I do have a nice set there. And I also have one of these little vintage juice glasses that's got the yellow flower on it, but I did not, of course, want to put yellow up here right now. Trying real hard to keep everything without other colors like green leaves, on my pictures up above, or the glasses. So these were $1 each, the goblets at the Goodwill by our house. When I found the tall ones down in the end, these were there too, and I was happy to have them. Again, I had a coupon. This small one was 75 cents there. I could not believe it. Beautiful condition. It's not small. It's a big tumbler, actually. And that's a huge tumbler in the back. And that was $1.50. But again, I had my 20% off. Then I found this beautiful little blue vase. At the same time, Goodwill. It is marked USA on the bottom. I thought that was awfully sweet. So I was really happy to find those Patriotic stars and stripes in glasses and tumblers and goblets and the Coke glass. I don't drink Coke or Pepsi. Norm does. He likes it. Up here, I just got a lot of Fridgies, so I won't go over that, but I just put some of my little milk glass pieces up there, and you've seen this before. Large buttered dish. Maybe that's by McKee. I can't remember. I did show it in a summer video. Probably last summer, though. Up here are just some of my odds and ends of glasses, and I tried to match them up a little bit with the ice lip pictures up above. I get a lot of questions on what exactly are you calling those pictures. It is ice lip, and that's because, I hope I can show it, the lip is made to hold back the ice cubes. So when you're pouring out the liquid, you're not dumping all the ice cubes into somebody's glass and splashing all over. This is a new ice lip pitcher, and I did just show it recently. I am very happy to find that really reasonable. I think it was only like $18 in a little country barn type shop not too far from us. So I did match up. I only have 2 of these. I did not have a collection. I just found a couple here and there to go with that picture. These were from a fancy set that Norm bought. I just thought I would include the blue ones. He had a very beautiful, I think it's bright green dotted or open circled pitcher, and then different colored glasses that were 2 of each. 2 orange, 2 blue, and 2 bright green, maybe 2 yellow. So I thought I would include those because I do have that sort of turquoisey blue up here in this picture. And these were a new purchase. I'm trying to remember what shop we were. Oh yeah, Siren, Wisconsin Antiques. Siren Antiques. We were there filming. We have not put out the video yet, but we will next. After this one, I will be working on it. So those 2 I thought would be super fun because they are red, white, and blue. And we do have some nautical themed glasses over here that Norm picked out a long time ago, and I did show that in a summer video last summer. So he likes that. Oh my, who do we have here? He is out wandering around, probably in the tropics. Yep. Hi there, Waldo. Hope you're having fun. Norm's always putting him somewhere. These I bought last year in La Crosse, Wisconsin, at a very nice antique shop that we filmed. We did 2 videos, and it was very well received because there's so much fun retro stuff there. So that whole set was really wonderful. Bought it actually from a friend of mine from years ago at an office. She hired me at General Mills Chemicals, and her name is Sandy. Very sweet gal. These were just some odd glasses that I put underneath this rose ice lip pitcher to kind of go with them, and I just found these for $1 each at the Goodwill with my coupon. They are very probably Japanese theme because they're probably 50s glasses. And I just found this one at not sure. Again, I know I just thrifted it. It was such a deal. Very nice Americana theme. And I thought it kind of matched the glasses as far as the white on the bottom and red on the top. So that's what I put up there for ice slip pictures. I tried not to have any green leaves. I have lots of red flowers, of course, but there's green leaves on them. My brother gave me those two divided navy, or royal blue, I should say. It is not as dark as my camera is showing, but I have it tipped upside down so I could put a little bowl on top of it. I've had the strawberry one, and down on the other end an apple patterned bowl for a long time. I don't know if they are Federal 2 or Hazel Atlas. I believe those are Hazel Atlas. You've seen my red ones, but this, I was so happy to find this. I never thought I would collect one of these because blue was just not my color, but how could I resist in a little Wisconsin antique store? Again, I believe this was Cumberland, and it was $9, and it's in minty condition. It looks like it's not been used. So that was perfect to just find this last week. And there's another one from my brother that's the same medium blue, or royal blue I should say, divided dish, and the apple one by Hazel Atlas. So I thrifted these hot pads at the Pink Squirrel, the mitt too. They had all that stuff there. They were so cheap, brand new, still had the tags on them. I can't tell you how tickled I was to go in a Family Pathways in Wyoming, Minnesota just a few days ago and find these darling plastic canvas crafted decorations for hanging. They had a little loop on them, so decked out with plastic stars and gold braiding, nicely done. They are facing each other. They were $1 a piece. Such a fun find for me. I love plastic canvas, and he was there too. Isn't that adorable? So nice work. I admire that so much because I used to do it. Years ago, I used to do a lot of that kind of fun needlework. I did before that crocheting afghans, but that was a long time ago. So that is my fun refrigerator decorations for July. I just put a little bit of blue and red up there. That is a huge, what do you call that again? The big one with the handles on the Cinderella, that's it. Yeah, big Cinderella bowl from my brother in that medium blue. So let's go look over here at my hot pads first. I got this little hot pad too at the Pink Squirrel when I got the one with the fireworks on it. Brand new. I found these at the Goodwill for $1 each with my coupon, salt and pepper set. They are new, but in great condition. Couldn't resist them. I just put some of my little hens up there because I really didn't have anything else blue. Up here are what I happen to have been trying to find over several years, trying to find some blue ones, but I mainly thought I was going to be using them for the winter months when I do use red and teal and turquoise. I really knew that I didn't have much of the royal blue, but I still couldn't resist buying them, and this one is really a dark blue and a variegated color too, just beautiful. Happy to have found that one not too long ago. This is new from a little antique shop in Siren, Wisconsin called Grandma's Attic. I always find adorable things there. Always happy when I can stop in there before we go to the bigger antique mall in Siren, right in town, that we did film. So I really don't have a lot of just red and white of these hot pads. I do have an awful lot of them, of course, with roses on it, but then you're going to have the green. So it was a challenge. I still ended up with my strawberries there, but that's okay. These are new though. These were at Grandma's attic. That was another one of my purchases there. Brand new. They were pinned together for $2. And this is all I could come up with, was not a royal blue, but a little more of a teal blue. More on the turquoise side. I had those little pictures for quite a while. You might get a kick out of knowing that I painted the lids. I probably hand painted them with Tester's enamel paint. I think it might have been a little hard to spray paint them. I don't have a can of teal or turquoise spray paint like that anyway, so I'm pretty sure I hand painted them. Just because I had way too many red ones. I wanted something different, but I did that several years ago. Down here, I'd like to show you a new gift as of a couple days ago. It's looking very, very bright. It's not that bright a red. It's just a true darker red. This is by Hall. These are from the 40s? I think. I forgot already. I did look them up. They're pretty pricey too. It really needed cleaning. I think somebody made baked beans in there way too many times, but I ran it through my dishwasher. I had to. Sorry. I could not hand scrub that with some kind of oven cleaner or something like that. It would have really hurt my hands, and they hurt as it is from all the cleaning I do of vintage items that we thrift. But I ran it through twice, and it came out very, very nice. I am thrilled to have it. This was from my brother's house, and behind me on the gold rack that I put under the white shelving, I have another one that I brought home at the same time. Just a few days ago, we were over there visiting and helping him with some of the things he needed. This is such a sweet, tiny, little cookbook. I found this many, many years ago when I first started looking for vintage items for my kitchen. Inside, it says the first edition printing was 1927, but this particular edition here was 1929. And I just happened to read inside that it says that it's not for sale. And what they meant is you could only get this with a subscription to Better Homes and Gardens magazine. Isn't that cute? It's just the sweetest little cookbook. Such nice condition. It's probably been my favorite. It's so tiny. And you probably saw that we purchased this at Lindstrom Antique Mall in Lindstrom, Minnesota, the nice rolling pin. I am thrilled to have it. And I just thrifted this at the Goodwill for only, probably was like $1.50. I forgot to look it up. But the other thing I had shown you before when I was showing a lot of Harvest Gold was the Harvest Gold nut chopper. This is actually called a nut grinder. And I also found it on the internet, who made it. It's not coming to my old mind right at the moment, but it doesn't matter. It's very, very nice condition. I'm happy to have it. And as you can see, I am getting a collection. I have more fall-looking ones downstairs, These are the more summery ones that I kept up here. And I have a bright green with some very mod 70s yellow and orange flowers on them that I did not include in this set. So I'm just putting these up here for now. So I hope you get a kick out of seeing that. And again, I did tell you about this darling mixer that is for mounting on a wall, but I just haven't really decided to do that. I like just having it propped up here. That was from up your alley in New Richmond, Wisconsin, our favorite new retro adorable shop in an old bowling alley. Check out our videos if you haven't seen them yet. I don't remember if we did 3. I know we did at least 2. It's possible we did 3 videos on them, but I'm forgetting because, as you know, we've done a lot of antique malls, having so much fun. All of this blue glass is called cobalt blue. It is Fostoria, and it was made for Avon in 1976. It is a picture there of Mount Vernon, the George and Martha Washington's estate, a very popular place to tour. That is George, and I thrifted both of those items at the Pink Squirrel. That is where I just recently picked up these 2 items. Very reasonable. It was fun going there this month. We did not go last month. The plate in back is also Mount Vernon. I can take away the my pretty little white bud vase here so you can see it. It's from the same little antique shop in Cumberland, Wisconsin. And it came in the box, the original box. It's another Avon item, but it came with 2 bars of soap on it, and they have Martha's face and George's face. Or I should say it's called a bust portrait on it. So it wasn't used. The soap, you can tell, was not used. The box was in excellent condition. And it was $15, but that booth was 75% off everything, so I got it for $3.75. I was thrilled that it was so cheap, and I knew that I wanted it in the window here. But I thought the white milk glass looked great to have red, white, and blue there. Over here, I got to tell you about this. Finding this in the Cumberland, Wisconsin area many years ago. This adorable, thick plant hanger. Just so patriotic. I've never used it. I bought it because it was irresistible for $2. I thought, well, you never know. You just never know. I might want it somewhere someday. I thought probably more like our front entrance outside. This is a little paper flag that was included. Very old little stick paper flag. It is small, fragile. It was in a package full of decorations that I just got for $1.75 at Family Pathways with a coupon. So I paid practically nothing for it because it was in this wonderful package. So let's look over on the other side. I forgot when I was over by the white shelving over here that I did put a couple more pieces of the medium blue and a small teal blue one, both from my brother, and another beautiful, more Art Deco Hall China Company. I think, like I said, they said it was 40s. Beautiful, beautiful condition. Another big casserole. Looks kind of Art Deco, huh? Very nice. a very nice gift from him. He's just not using any of that stuff. It was just sitting around collecting dust, so I told him I was thrilled to have them, and I may use them for something someday, for company, that I will try my best to not have it be something that will stain it badly. This is what I've done down here. Nothing fancy. Some little cookbooks over there and a thrifted $3 large sterling plated big casserole holder from Family Pathways, and a lot of the fun Better Homes and Gardens cookbooks. I think there's about 7 of them there that I took home the same day to put in there. They were $1 a piece, the books. I couldn't believe it. But the darling big rack there, holder, was originally marked $6, and it happened to be the sticker that was half price, so I really lucked out. Up here I put out as much red and blue as I could find. I was happy to find those 2 Patriotic D-handled glass bake mugs quite a few years ago, and I've hung on to them, not knowing for sure when I would get around to showing them, but I finally am. And a few other odds and ends of blue ones that I found at thrift stores. I just brought home these 4 large, very textured mugs, milk glass mugs. They were at my brother's house along with all the red ones. Now, I did take home the red ones years ago, but he still had all the blue ones up there. But he only had 4 of those big blue ones and 1 small one by Fire King that's more of a teal. But I told him I was going to be doing a patriotic video out here, and told him that I was going to be happy to bring them home and put them up with the red ones and explain that they were gifted from him. So that's what's over here. Well, this is kind of a crazy little conglomeration, if that's a good word, of things that I thrifted, and just wanted to put them up here, especially because of the glassware. I thought it would get some better lighting on it. This really, really pretty, very rich, I don't know if you'd call that cobalt too. I don't know who would have made that, if that's something I might have noticed, where they said it was Pilgrim. I just don't really know much about a lot of the pressed glass companies, but it is an applied handle, of course, being clear, but quite dark, and doesn't really do very well to put it up against a wall. Unfortunately, it's beautiful, but I suppose if you put some cream in it, it might lighten it up a little bit. But this was from the Pink Squirrel, under 10. It was just crazy inexpensive, but very pretty. Don't know who would have made that either, but kind of unusual because it's square. And I thrifted at the Goodwill this new little apothecary type candy dish. Oh, it was only $2.99 with a coupon, and it was full of corks, wine corks mostly. And Norm did need a couple of wine corks for some old bottles downstairs, so I did happen to find something of value with those, but I did want the candy dish anyways, and I did put these yummy cherry candies in there. Very appropriate, thinking of George Washington with cherries. And I found at the Goodwill 2 art glass, blown glass balls that are globes, I don't know what you'd want to call it, with a very long stem on them. I really don't know what people use them for. The only thing I could think of doing was putting it in a vase, and it just happened to fit in another $1 thrifted vase, or it might even been 75 cents. I think it was just ridiculous. I do collect that particular design that I like for my bangle bracelets, so I did pick that one up a couple weeks ago too. But this one has some white in it and some teal with the royal blue and a touch of gold. But the other one, oh no, this was Family Pathways, yeah. So I had 25% off that day because it was for seniors. The other one is on the table over there that is just royal blue and I think a touch of white with it. So this one was a little bit different. But they were each $3 minus 25%. So I really don't know what they're used for. Maybe you could let me know if you know how people would use something like that. The bottom of the very long stretched stem is cut at an angle too, and smoothed out, of course. I've had that gold vase for a while, but I thrifted at the Pink Squirrel 2 packages, 3 flags each, a very darling little nice, actually more polyester. It seems it feels a little more polyester. I actually had to iron them to get the creases out, but they had gold tops on them and a black plastic pole. So they looked older than the little original bags, and it was only $1 a bag. So I got 6 flags around here for $2 at the Pink Squirrel. And I put them in a long red straw. Sorry, that's wanting to focus on my chair there. In a long red straw to hold it up out of a vase. And I do that when I put flags outside. I take a big long straw for a small short little flag and I stick the straw into the dirt of my plant and then put the flag into that, and they seem to stay in there. It would have to take quite a wind to lift it out of the straw. It seems to be just fine. But the funniest thing I found was a week ago on our first trip up north to one of the Family Pathways. It was right when I came in the door. I was so surprised, in Forest Lake, Minnesota. This was $6 sitting with, I'm talking about Uncle Sam here, $6 sitting with all the Patriotic stuff. His arms do swing, and there is a mark on the inside that tells about him, but, oh yes, and a date. He's not brand new. It's a very hard plastic. What's crazy is this ridiculously pink face they put on him, and his hands too. But he was adorable. He's quite big, and I did not get a discount on him that day. It wasn't the day that seniors and military people get 25% discount. So I paid a lot for this guy, but boy, did Norm ever like him. He's pretty skinny, but really, really, I think, a very fun find. Norm just loves old plastic things. Toys and boats and cars and sometimes people. So he thought that was great. This was a scarf that I found for $1.75 at Family Pathways. I got my 25% senior discount that day. So I washed it and pressed it. I have had for decades this eye winker pattern, fancy big butter dish, creamer, and sugar. I rarely ever have displayed the butter dish. It is a very fun pattern, and it's probably by L.G. Wright. And I happen to had found this many, many years later, the little toothpick holder. Another one of my thrifted milk glass bud vases there, and there is the fancy blue globe. Glass, art glass. Sure would like to know what to use them for other than that, but I suppose maybe people stick them outside in their garden. Maybe all that long stem that's hollow is for pushing down in the dirt. I did not change all of my friendship Pyrex down there. That's quite a job. But I did just put out all the red cardinals and bluebirds in those mugs down below. It's definitely not a royal blue, but I figured it would be plenty cheery for this month of July. So I did bring some of my fancier, bigger creamers up and added the bud vases. I was so tickled to find a very big grouping taped together at the Family Pathways where I found Uncle Sam for $1 or 75 cents. It was just crazy. These are miniature, and there were so many of them, I was able to divide them up and use them in at least 3 places over here in the hutch and up above. So there's just what I chose for milk glass. 3 vases in back on each side, and the creamers and sugars. I love balance, you know I do. These I have shown before, the little tiny mugs, so sweet. A couple salt and pepper sets there in milk glass. I found 2 years ago, I found the bigger pressed glass goblets, wine goblets, for $3 each. They were on sale. They were originally $5, and then they had marked them down to $3. So there were only 4, but I've loved them. I've used them for Valentine's Day, of course. And this is a very sweet, sweet little bud vase that I've always liked. It doesn't have the artsy looking top on it that the other ones do down below, so it doesn't go as well with them. It's quite unique in itself. But there's some more of the little flags and some more of the little carnations. So cute. I'm usually not a flower person. I have mentioned that before. Over here I did bring down from up higher my sweet little Patriotic milk glass plate. I hung up the newly thrifted one, 3 something, from Red Wing Pottery Building. This milk glass sailboat plate, I just love it. It is a little plainer probably, and it isn't as white as a lot of the others. It's probably older. It seems like the older ones aren't as white. And here's my fancy George Washington one. What does it say? GW, no, just G Washington, that's it. And his dates. That was up higher, but I swapped around some of them so you could see him and we could enjoy him right now. I can't believe this, what I'm gonna say is a great blue heron. Just a fairly new 2019 hobbyist piece. I couldn't resist it though. It might have been $5. Norm thought I was crazy, but I had to have it. It just was too fun, too silly. It's pretty silly, really. Who would put that colored glaze on a bird? I don't know. Well, there's a cute little blue fish anyways. I thought he'd be adorable with it. I like it. So I just put a whole bunch of my old plastic grapes in a beautiful milk glass compote that I thrifted last year. There's some more blue Pyrex that's from my brother, and a tiny bowl with that fancy little print on it. I was careful when I set the bowl on top of that glass lid. I don't want to scratch it. I don't have very many little miniature red glass pitchers. They're expensive. I don't find them at thrift stores. The little vase I found at a thrift store. I was happy to find that little art crackle. That is a crackle glass. Oh, they all are. These are all crackle glass. So those are the only two pure red ones. I have many that have red to orange, the Amberina, but I didn't want that right now. And I thought it would be fun to add 3 thrifted little goblets with the grape pattern on them. That's all I've ever found. Except in antique shops, and they're just too expensive. If I found them for $1 something, $2, I'd probably get a couple more. Didn't know if I'd ever like them, but they work well right now. And I don't find too many true blue pieces either. So these are a little more of your turquoisey blue. But it works for that display for now. Over here, some more of the flags in some more milk glass. I just thrifted both those votives, $1 for the big one with a coupon. Happy to find it. And that's usually like 75 cents. I'm very happy when I find red, hard to find. Gold and green are a little more common. And over here I just put one more flag in that little daisy plate. All right, where'd he go? I thought I would show you a little bit of the garden. It is growing because it's been hot and humid, but we've really had to water. Our state is really in a drought situation in Minnesota here, so I feel bad about the farmers' crops. I hope we get more this weekend. They are saying it could be helpful. I put that swan out there, and of course some little critter knocked it over twice and spilled dirt all over the place. That's what happens when you have a little food out here and there for squirrels or birds. On the ground, it attracts the chipmunks, and they are crazy for getting into pots. I think they're worse than squirrels. Oh, there, he just went by me. Down by the steps here. So I've gone through many bottles of weed spray, and I don't know if I'm winning or not. I know it may look nice to you, but it's a challenge out there, let me tell you. We got a very late start fighting weeds. It was just too cold and yucky out. There he is. I won't be able to follow him very easily. He runs pretty fast. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, you're a troublemaker. I hope you've enjoyed our tour of the Patriotic kitchen and dining area for July. I've been working very hard to change all that, and I'm sure you will have fun this July. Please be safe. Thank you again for all your wonderful support. God bless.